Are you using harmful language in your grant proposal? So harmful language, when you use it in your grant proposal, it reduces the chances of securing the grant opportunity for your nonprofit. Now there are three ways that can show up as harmful language in your proposal. The first one is by focusing too much on the problem. So this is whereby in your grant proposal you end up focusing too much on the problem that you are looking to solve for your beneficiary. So this one now kind of looks like you are giving too much details on the problem that you are looking to solve through your project. The second way is by focusing too much on the plight of your beneficiary. So this one now is tied to the first one that talked about the focusing too much on the problem. So when you focus too much on the plight of the beneficiary, so this is whereby now you focus too much on the issues that the beneficiaries are going through in such a way that it feels as if they are helpless, as if they cannot do anything on their own. So this one now, the way it looks like is that when you talk about your beneficiaries, you only talk about them in such a way that in a negative kind of way. So this is in a way that looks like the beneficiaries cannot do anything on their own. Like they have to be helped. So it has a it has a negative kind of vibe to it when you talk too much on the about the plight of your beneficiaries. That kind of way that shows up as using harmful language is by focusing too much on the vision. So this now you end up your proposal end up being like a fictional book. So this is whereby you only talk about what you are expecting, the future, and things like that. So when you do those three things, so focusing too much on the problem, focusing too much on the plight of the beneficiaries, and focusing too much on the vision, you end up with a grant proposal that kind of feels fake to the grantor and to the reviewer. So you don't want to be using harmful language in a grant proposal. And now you need to shift from harmful language to strong language. So here is whereby now you kind of make a shift in that. So for example, in the first problem of focusing too much on the problem, the way to handle it is that yes, you can mention the problem and now you can give a little details about the problem, but don't stay too much there. After that, now quickly shift to the solution that you are bringing so that you can solve that problem. So that is the best way to go about it. So it's not like talk about the problem and you spend the are you part of your grant proposal writing about your the problem you are trying to solve, but it's more about mentioning the problem, giving details about the problem, and now after that now you kind of bring now the solution to that problem. So that is the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do is by has something to do with focusing too much on the plate of the beneficiaries. So the way you want to the best way to solve this is by mentioning what the beneficiaries are going through, but now putting it in such a way that they don't look helpless from the reviewer's side. So it is more about when you talk about the beneficiaries, yes, you can mention that what they are going through, what you are trying to solve for them, but don't say too much there. Now, kind of find ways to talk about your beneficiaries as if they are your partners in your project. So it is a way of showing that your beneficiaries are contributing to your project. So it is not about just talking about the beneficiaries as if that's just there to be helped. It's about showing that the beneficiaries have been brought into the project and they have contributed to the project, and now the grantor now comes in to give you financial support so that your beneficiary get the transformation that you are looking for them. So that is the second one. The third way to shift from harmful language to strong language is by complementing your vision with data and statistics. So it is not just talking about your vision alone, like this is what we are going to do, this is what we are hoping for, this is the transformation we are looking for. No, it is more about bringing in the data to complement your vision. So this one is more about showing that you have done your research and now you are not just making claims. It is about now turning your claims into fact. And now when you do that now, your grant proposal becomes very powerful. So this is the Light Experience podcast. This is the grand edition, and I'll see you in the next session. So bye bye. KDM.